So
I sit in a room by myself and make myself laugh, and I with no words are ever said. So there might be something wrong with me.
Hi, I'm Ken, and I'm single, and I enjoy long walks on the beach and sunsets and a lot of other things. I'm so alone.
And I'm Jake, and I'm sick of hearing about it.
I thought that movie's funny too. I actually really like that one. I'm glad you like it too, because I think maybe we should watch it together sometime.
Are you having dinner with the cat again? Kenny, I made you a Match.com account. Cougar Life account. BlackPeopleMeet.com. You had 3 likes last week. 3 likes. You're having dinner with the cat.
I'm scared.
You're supposed to have a date tonight. God, stop being such a pussy. With you, huh? Huh? You come home and you choose to stay in your apartment all day, but then you complain about not having a girlfriend. You're like, oh, fuck girlfriend. Oh, I'm tired of being alone. So you eat with the cat. The only you'll ever get, by the way, if you fucking in here like this and not being out there meeting people on BlackPeopleMeet.com, Kenny.
Princess, your dinner's getting cold. We can take a bath together again if you want. All you rock fans out there should be pretty excited. Monday saw the release of 3 new albums. Pink Floyd released Endless River, Machine Head released Bloodstone and Diamonds, and the Foo Fighters released Sonic Highways. So be sure to check those out. Maybe let us know what you think of them.
Unfortunately, the bassist for Neil Young has passed away, Rick Rosas. He died at the age of 65. Not exactly sure the cause of death as of right now, but he's also famously known for working with Joe Walsh, Etta James, and Jerry Lee Lewis.
Unfortunately, the bassist for metal band Black Tusk has died. He died in a motorcycle accident over the weekend.
Marilyn Manson is set to release a new album in January called The Pale Emperor.
Jason Aldean's album Old Boots, New Dirt is no longer available on Spotify. So there's no comment as to why yet, though, which is really weird because Spotify is known for paying artists significantly more than Pandora does.
Honestly, I can see both sides of this argument. I can see how the record company and the artist wants to get the fair price for their artwork because it's not free. It takes so much money to put an album together. I can see how they wouldn't want to let their music go at such a significantly low rate compared to buying a song off of iTunes for $1.29. And on the other hand, I can see you as a fan on the internet. When you in your time, you just want to go onto the internet. It's easy access. It's not a hard copy of the song. You can't lose it. I can also see how you would want that easy access to it. So what do you think is fair?
Well, I feel that they would actually make more money off having their catalog or even certain albums on Spotify than they would maybe on iTunes, because Spotify pays like 0.007 cents per play. But let's say somebody listens to that song like 10 times. Now, you're almost up to a whole penny. But still, you're probably going to listen to that song more than, you'll probably just come across it. Like, let's keep on, maybe we'll cycle through once here or there. And how many people use Spotify? Millions of people.
Yeah, but to put it into perspective, 16 million out of 40 million active users on Spotify have, in this past month, had Taylor Swift on their playlists. So, I don't know, do the math.
It's still a very significant amount. But if you have iTunes, you pay the $1.29, you download that song, and then you never have to pay to listen to it ever again. You have it forever. And even Spotify, you don't have to pay anything, and you can listen to that song as many times as you want for free. It just costs Spotify. You just have to listen to some ads here and there. And
so honestly, I feel it's artist discretion.
And I completely agree with that. If you're going to be a top-selling artist that people actually want to listen to, you should have the right to say, you can listen to it here and here, but not here. And, that's all the hard work and auto-tune that goes into becoming a good artist. So,
Very true.
but the thing with internet radio though is internet radio is it's just I feel like it's killing the conventional AM/FM tuner radio. You know,
Yes.
because you can search so specifically for what you want. If I want to listen to thrash metal, I can find thrash metal. But if I want to listen to thrash metal, I just have to pray to God that one of these radio stations, one of the 2 or 3 rock radio stations around my area are actually going to play maybe a Metallica song, because I know I'm not going to get any other thrash metal bands.
No. One time in 3 years, just as I was on a small road trip this weekend on a radio station in Ohio, I heard Symphony for Destruction. I haven't heard any Megadeth on the radio in probably 3 years. So I see where you're coming from. I really think these rock stations around here, they're doing anything they can to get the listeners. They really are. I mean, they play Fixation on the Darkness in their promos, but they never play it. You know, it used to be Rock 104, real rock. We don't play this old stuff. We don't play Van Halen. We don't play Zeppelin. We don't play Skinner. Only real rock. And then, as soon as they're done playing that commercial, here's, you know, Dream On, Aerosmith, circa 1976.
I'd like to hear more modern stuff, like something from like 2000, maybe like 2002 to present. There's a 12-year span there. And I know all these stations, you know, these modern rock stations have at least, they should have a big enough catalog by now from those years, but I feel like they just sell it off to pick up, you know, a song I can hear on the other two. And now they're all competing with each other with the same music when they could just diversify and they would probably be better off. What kills me the most, though, is the modern rock station around here, Rock 104, they will, seriously, there'll be a new song, and it'll come out, and they'll play it, and you'll be like, I really like that song, and then 2 months later, it's off the playlist, you call in, you're like, hey, do you have the song? They're like, no, we got rid of that one. I'm like, you just played it, like, every 2 hours for the last 2 months.
Or you call them to request a song, and they're like, well, maybe if we can fit you in. It's like, you're going to be playing Ragdoll by Aerosmith, and then you're going to follow it up with some Hell's Bells, and then you're going to probably throw in Imagine Dragons, like I said, because they don't play that enough. And so, you know, I do want to hear Bull for My Valentine from 2004. I want to hear, you know, maybe 30 Seconds to Mars. You know, not my favorite band, but they still have some good stuff that's good radio.
Weird, because on the pop stations, it's completely different. They only play new songs and none of the old songs. So it's like, if this song came out this year, we're going to play it. But if that song is, you know, 2 years old, no go. And I just feel like there needs to be more of a mix.
You know what pisses me off too? XM radio, when it came out, like I literally, when the first time I ever heard XM radio stations, I was like, that kicks ass. Because I went to that station and it's playing exactly what it told me it was going to play. The rock stations on XM have just gone into the shitter. It's just terrible. I mean, because it just sounds like the same stuff you hear on the radio. It just turned into, you know, it's Rock 104 in a fancier version.
Is Fred Durst still alive?
Should I take pan flute lessons?
Do you think the hip-hop rapping Detroit Kid Rock was actually kidnapped, murdered, and then replaced with a doppelganger to be more family-friendly?
Should I really have to endure more episodes with this guy?
Just kidding.
So do you have any bands or artists for this week that you would like to tell the audience about?
Actually, I did, because on Monday I went and I picked up Machine Head's new album, Bloodstone and Diamonds. So if you're into metal, I think it's probably their best, probably their second best album. The Blackening is still way above everything, but this is definitely really good, worth a pickup if you're into metal.
So I know we've been talking about rock almost this whole episode, but I'll change it up and I'll give a shout out to a rapper that goes by Hobson5. Now, his stuff is, I think, really true, really real. I love what he has to say. When he has an opinion, he has no problem telling you about it. And compared to a lot of rap nowadays, I mean, the whole rap scene's been turned into, you know, fat stacks and fat asses, and that's all that's really ever said with a hype man in the background.
Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, you know, it's very run-of-the-mill, but he's different. His stuff's really good. Now, I've not listened to all of it, but the stuff I have heard is, I think, just really solid. You guys should just look him up on YouTube, maybe get his stuff on iTunes. Whichever way you like to do it, go do it. So remember to give us a thumbs up on Facebook.
Follow us on Twitter.
And subscribe to our YouTube channel.
And we'll see you guys right here next week.
Peace out. Why do you bother watching our show?
Seriously.